Hello, Hola, Konnichiwa, Salaam, Ciao, Namaste. This is Soulology, the science of the soul. And what we're going to get into today is something that's very important. It's an illusion of who you believe you are, in a sense that we have to believe whatever anyone else tells us, and it's ignorance. We have a habit of believing in what people tell us, what people say to us, our families, our friends. We read religious doctrines and we take it as truth because somebody told somebody who told somebody who told somebody who told somebody who told you. So we take this as belief, not realizing that it's the blind leading the blind. So this becomes a kind of bad habit because we're listening to people and we don't even think of the fact that you're taking someone else's thoughts of whatever the description of what they're reading and taking it as truth instead of researching it yourself. When I was a bit younger, I was a very religious person, but the thing was, the more I got into it, especially with things that were happening in my life, with family losses and people I cared about, I read more and more into the books I was reading, and the more I realized that there were things missing, pages, that history wasn't even valid from these books, and it made me realize that the more I looked into it and looked into history, that the books I was reading were all fiction. And to top it off, religious books are fiction. How could you say that? Is what probably a lot of people are saying out there. But when you take the time to research instead of taking something as fact, and by the way, if you get a chance, please watch the Pink Elephant in the Room conversation. It'll be down in the description below. We talked about this actually Friday and Saturday, about doing your own research and sharing and supply and demand. But when you actually take the time to do your own research, you will realize that a lot of what you're reading is not working to benefit you. And on top of that, you have to understand, if it was working, how come it hasn't? No matter what religion or anything it is, how come it has not made a wholesale change to the entire planet? And many people will give you the excuse that it has. We've done this, we've done that, and we've done this, we've done that, and you're absolutely correct. But it hasn't made an entire world change. Taking the time to do your own research is very, very important. And we see many people who will say certain people are cursed because of the color of their skin. They don't know why this person's on the earth. And in a sense, maybe we're not supposed to know, or we'll make up certain fantasies about how people are cursed. But nobody's cursed. No matter who you are, no matter if you're black, brown, tan, white, yellow, purple, polka dot. The truth is, nobody is cursed on this planet. Now, history would show, because of how the planet was, a lot of people were closely as dark, if not just a little lighter than me, due to history. And as time went on, when we talk about the Ice Age and the split of the earth itself from one area to another, from Pangea. The body texture for most people and the shapes and forms of our skulls change to suit our environment. This doesn't mean anybody's cursed, but logically and scientifically, it was meant for you to evolve to suit your environment as a tool. Your body is a tool to suit your environment, and that's what you did. The soul picks those bodies and uses the tool on this planet right now to grow who you truly are. And then you have the media you have to think about. The media is going to tell you this and that, and there are many people out there who will take it as fact. But you have to remember, this is just a news story. A news story. If you split the words, actually, it's a new story. So, no one's obligated to honestly tell you the truth, but they can give you a story that suits you in playing on your emotions through belief. Belief is a big reason why many people, in a sense, will listen to certain people on news and believe them as truth. And we will be talking more about belief soon, of why it works, but we'll save that for another time. But when we're listening to this, for example, there was a congressman in America and a news reporter who was asking him about what happened in Syria. What he simply said to her was, we can't take this as evidence because it's not as though we've been there to know what really happened. And it doesn't make sense why they would fight in the first place. Now, the woman was shocked, and there are probably many people who are sitting there like, how could you say that we have all this and that, but how do you know? Do you have the evidence that shows what's really going on? Have you actually been there? That's something to think about. We have no idea what's going on in certain places of the world, and we'll take many things as so. The thing is to do your own research and grow that. To understand what's truly going on with